This is TWiT.
Piper Reese is here. Piper's Picks on YouTube. Congratulations on your success on YouTube.
Thank you so much.
You've been doing this for 10 years?
Yeah, since I was 7.
That's incredible. There she is as a 7-year-old. You've interviewed all the biggest names in Hollywood.
Yep.
You're the iPhone generation, the YouTube generation. Did you read this article? Probably not, because you guys don't read.
No, we don't. We only read BuzzFeed. So.
Well, this is not BuzzFeed. This is The Atlantic. Have smartphones destroyed a generation? So here's and you tell me what you think. Obviously, you're not one of these people. And no one's saying that everybody that grew up with the iPhone, and the iPhone came out in 2007 when you were 7, so, right? This is your whole life. Have you had an iPhone your whole life?
No, I haven't. I actually was not allowed to have a phone till 8th grade.
Oh, my God. How did you live?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It was weird.
Do you use Snapchat now?
Yes, I do. I mean, I have the Piper's Picks Snapchat that I do.
Yeah, see, it's a little different. You're creating content for your peers. Is this your dad?
Yes.
Smart man. You didn't let her use an iPhone that kept. So here's the stats that are in this article. I just want to know what you think of it. A smartphone generation. So after the iPhone came out, that's that bar right here. Okay. The amount of time teenagers spent out without their parents, just with their friends, plummeted. 8th graders are pink, 10th graders are green, 12th graders a little higher. Those are but you see it's falling dramatically, especially with the younger generation. Do you hang out with your friends?
I do. That's
you go to the mall with your friends?
Yeah, I do go to the mall with my friends a lot. I think that specifically is really interesting to me because, like, in my case, it's just because I can't get out a lot. Like, I don't have a car yet. So
this is the other one. Okay. Percentage of 12th graders who drive.
That makes sense.
Plummeted.
Yeah.
Do you have a driver's license?
I mean, no, not yet. I am about to try for my permit. So when you said the DMV thing, that was interesting to me. But
my daughter's here. She's 25. When she was 15 and a half, she said, I'm going to DMV. I'm getting the driver's license. She cried when she failed the test first time. I'm sorry, but you really were excited about driving. My son, who's just a couple of years older, he didn't get his license till he was 18. He's 22. So I think that this is true, right? This falling.
Yeah, I mean, that makes a lot of sense to me because I feel like we can talk to our friends over the phone or we can text our friends. So the rush to drive isn't as much. And then also with phones, that is when Uber started and things like that. So the question is, do we really need to be able to drive when I can just be like, oh, I'll get an Uber here in 5 minutes?
But also, do you need to be physically present in order to get
on the mic here? Oh, that one's not on. Can you turn that on? We gave him a mic. Look at that. Isn't that nice? There it is. Go ahead.
Also, I mean, you don't need to be physically present with your friends anymore because you can chat with them online. Or do you get the same thing out of chatting online with friends as you do with meeting physically?
I mean, in a way, yes. Like, my friends and I text a lot. I mean, we use FaceTime sometimes, stuff like that. But for me personally, I like being with people.
Oh, you're so weird.
I'm sorry. Things are really busy now.
You're probably not a good dating. Again, the line goes down.
Wait, dating went down. That's interesting.
Dating. Well, but Abby, you dated as a teenager, but Henry was always going out with a group of friends, right? And it was much more of a kind of a hookup scene than it was like a dating scene.
It's like that now too.
It is, isn't it? I'll skip the sex part. I don't want to embarrass you. More likely to feel lonely.
Dad's sitting just there.
Yeah, I don't want to embarrass your dad. Percentage of 8th, 10th, and 12th graders who agree with or mostly agree with the statement, I often feel left out of things and a lot of time I feel lonely. Look how that's gone straight up.
Okay, the Snapchat map totally made that so much worse because I know a lot of my friends are talking about like, oh, I can see when my friends are hanging out without me now. So people are going to feel even more lonely. Or when people are posting with one friend on Instagram, then you see, oh, my friend hung out with that person and didn't invite me.
Oh, so
a lot of that.
I have to say, this is true for adults too. A lot of social media is depressing.
Yeah.
Like there's the FOMO, the fear of missing out.
Yeah. Well, there have been psychological studies about this because when people post on social media,
they only post
the good stuff. Exactly. They don't say, woke up with a hangover, I'm feeling like death, my girlfriend's just had a massive argument with me. You know, you don't want to put that stuff online, but it's just like, had a great day at work, you know?
Okay, yes, a lot of teenagers have accounts that adults don't necessarily see so much, that are more of the private accounts that have stuff that is more depressing, so they can vent and get it out that people haven't seen as much. So that does exist. And that
Did you
is
watch
out
that?
there.
What is it? 12 Reasons Why? That
13 Reasons Why.
Yeah.
I started it, then I wasn't allowed to watch it because of all the reviews on it, which I understand. Like, I get
It's
how
about
that
a
can
young
be
girl
depressing.
who ends up committing suicide. It's about
Yes.
teenage suicide.
And I think that triggered a lot for a lot of people,
Yeah.
and it obviously has caused some really bad things. And I think with that, I don't think it was as much as causing it. I think it was people relating to it and saying, oh, if she tried it, maybe I should try it too.
Do you get enough sleep?
No, not at all. Because, I mean,
I don't know any teenager
many
who gets
reasons.
enough sleep, though. Let's be fair. Never.
you're supposed to get 9 to 10 hours.
Yeah,
like,
no.
that's not going to happen.
So
in
here's the
high
graph,
school.
though. Look at this. And one of the theories is that teenagers take their phone to. Do you take your phone to bed with you?
Always.
Yeah.
I am on my phone till 4 a.m. this
We have to
summer.
take our 14-year-old's phone away because he will stay up almost all night, talking to friends, chatting,
Yeah,
playing
don't give
games.
my dad that idea.
Do you actually
I think he just
talk?
did.
What do you do, Piper? Do you talk?
Okay, it depends on who I'm talking to, or I mean, even texting, because it really depends on the person. I mean, I prefer to be talking to someone on the phone if I have enough to talk about, but if it's been a really boring day and I have nothing to discuss, I'll text so I have more time to think of stuff. That's also probably part of it with dating, is it's easier to text a guy than it is to call a guy. So if you have that option, you have more time to think and you don't have to be nervous and on your feet, which is probably why dating's gone down.
Wow. You know, if you don't date in person, it's not going to go well in the future. You
Yeah.
got to, at some point.
That might take a while for people to realize. Right now. It's just easier.